check the mic here. Let's check the voice here first. Mic sounding good, headphones sounding good. I see T-Bone, Garrow, Monisha, Chiro Sounds. Yeah, we're gonna hang out a little bit. Why not? I'll keep you up. Feel free to take a nap in the chat room. It's all right. Pull up your pillows, snacks, and whatever else you may need. Look, I forgot to mess with the camera. Yesterday I was doing that zooming thing again, and it looks like it's doing it again. All good. We're gonna roll with it. Ivy Ramirez giving us a like over on X. Yeah, we're live on X. Kick. Yeah, Twitch. Rumble. And YouTube. Yeah, still have not figured out the TikTok stream key. Has anyone ever tried? Do you know what we're talking about? Been digging into back rooms, Garrow? I hope that's a response to trying to find the TikTok stream key. Seems really hard. People do get it. And I guess you got to have the lucky pick of having it on your, I guess for Windows, it works more. There's more options if you have Windows, but for Mac, it seems a lot more difficult. There's all this runaround stuff, agencies and different things that I've ran into. And at one point, I think through some other stream, because I have Streamlabs also. We're running on Riverside here. And there's Dragonfly. Welcome, Dragonfly. Yeah, I think at one point I was able to get the stream key, but I don't know what happened with all that. Got lost in the mix there. So if anyone knows how to get your TikTok stream key, that'd be cool. And it, I don't know, even if you use an agency, you gotta, every time you go live, you gotta get a new one. And I forgot to mention we're live on Instagram as well. Instagram makes it super easy. Rumble, I figured it out, and Kick as well. So yeah, everyone has made it pretty. It wasn't easy at first for me. Everything's difficult for me. So TikTok, yeah, it's a whole other ball game. Let me tell you. Yeah, check it out, Garrow, if you can. You know, you got the skills to pay the bills, so I'm sure you'll figure it out. But yeah, I've taken breaks and went back at it, and now it's in the back burner again. But it'd be cool to jump on there and have TikTok along. We've done a little we used the phone last time, ghetto fabulous style. Heck, if we couldn't get the stream key, we'd just stream off the phone. And the Bat Mom just flew in. Welcome, Bat Mom. I see AXN. I got AXN news, and it looks like he's at a pretty bad car wreck at the moment. Yeah, we've been, you know, I was thinking about the other day we streamed a speed chase, and I was thinking, oh man, some people might be bummed out by that. But you know what? I was just thinking, you know, I've been reporting things, you know, I've gone to places where things have happened, and have done wrecks before in the past. And then even just the Bigfoot stuff is like giving you a field report when we share videos and stuff like that. So yeah, we're always, you know, reporting, bringing back information for y'all. And there is Woo Reezy. And Wurizi, I seen you. I'm glad you popped up. Look at that. Zoomed in. Maybe I'm doing something here to make that happen, but whatever. Yeah, I seen you on Donuts chat, right? Were you at the donut factory? How about Chiro Sounds? I know you followed Donut in the donut factory. Were you there earlier? He went live, and I appreciate that, Kaiju Ninja. You know what? That reminds me right now. I don't know why Kaiju Ninja just reminded me, but we're gonna big round of applause, not only for yeah, all of you out there, but yeah, today is Granny's birthday. Yep. Yes. Salute to grandma. And she will be job willing in a few hours, taking a little trip to some places she likes to go. So that's exciting. And hopefully I'll see her later tonight if everything works out. I'm gonna dip by her place and salute her. Yes, tomorrow or today, I should say. We're already past midnight here. Yeah, we got the event over at the asylum. And yeah, luckily I'm not too nervous about playing music. Yeah, I'm gonna be spinning a DJ set. And the asylum has its own Wi-Fi there. Hopefully things are working. We're having trouble at the shop today. And hope you're well, Kaiju Ninja. You've been chilling in the cuts like band-aids. You've been lurking. Seen you pop up recently somewhere else, but yeah, you dipped out on us for a bit. I don't, I know you do your thing. Maybe you've been out squatching lately. Hopefully everything's been good for you, and I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, let's see, where were we? Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, the shop tomorrow. So Wi-Fi was acting all weird over at Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop. Yeah, we're having trouble. I had to use my phone service, switch to that, and yeah, hopefully we don't have any hiccups like that tomorrow. We're supposed to get rain as well. And then I thought about streaming maybe the DJ set, and maybe we'll just delete it after so we don't have any copyright issues. But I wonder if that would put more strain on the stream. That makes sense because I do need the stream to be able to use the software, the Beatport website to be able to use their catalog of music that you could stream onto my Tractor software. So yeah, I've been thinking about that, and yeah, the mind starts going and like, oh, what if this happens and that happens and this? Like, dude, chill. I do that a lot, but I've learned to relax, and especially after today's show with Heidi Pop and Latchkey Hustle, it was an amazing show they had today. Got to know John a little more, or a lot more, I should say. Dude has a six pack. Yeah, he's showing guns and packs. Damn, dude, solid. I need to get back on it. I have a kettlebell that I carry with me, and I haven't been lifting it like I should be, but I carry it to the shop and back with me just in case I need to get a set in. And yeah, I've been slacking. I've been slacking on exercising. I need to get back on the ball and start doing some extra stuff. He showed pictures of him jumping in his pool with like weights and uh, weighted vests and stuff, and getting into the ice chamber. Yeah, doing that inner and outer work that we all should be doing. And yeah, we've talked about like hot springs, and yeah, I like doing the cold dip and getting into the hot and all that saunas and yeah, all that TLC we need to be doing. And yeah, can't wait to get back on that stuff. I need a yeah, I need some TLC, some personal TLC. What's up, T Bone? T Bone also was apparently at the donut factory. Did you mention that T Bone? T Bone likes donuts. Yeah, he left a message right before we jumped on here, and I told him, hey, we might jump on live and hang out for a bit. And so, Donut Factory, for those that don't know, let's see, we've shared his channel before, and he did a live stream earlier. And the past couple live streams, we've been sharing Maverick Approach, his channel. And these guys get into, the occult, symbolism, this, that, everything that comes with the occult. And they stay on top of current events as well, latest happenings, and how that ties in with the occult and everything. And yeah, it's stuff that I've always been fascinated with, secret societies and certain types of knowledge and everything. And it's not all, dark, dark. Some of it is just knowledge and what you do with it. Yeah, things are good. He says trying to catch up on sleep. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, dude. Same here. My sleeping patterns have been talking about them. They still been up and down. My brother's been like that too. Gotta be careful we don't, burn ourselves out. Yes, sleep is important. We've also talking about that, earlier with Heidi and John Latchkey Hustle on YouTube. Yeah, they were talking about, all that, the health stuff and how all that stuff is important. Yeah, resting. Donuts might not be good for six packs. Get some jelly rolls. Actually, speaking of jelly roll, I got a little something something. It's called the Hawaiian jelly roll. It's not bad. Just had some. But yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. And actually, I'm very close. I'm very close. I just need to like give it myself. I'm not, I'm not a big dude at all. But yeah, just with I could fine tune things to let the pack out. Right now it's still got a little something something there, which is good. Because people are, especially uh yeah, South Americans, Central Americans, they're always worried about how thin you may be looking. And but yeah, no, things have been weird. My diet's been all over the place. Been on like survival mode, but getting by, it's all good. I just, you gotta that discipline, which also they talked about. It was a great show, so check it out. Maybe someone could share the link. I shared it in the posts. Y'all know I like posting. Oh yeah, the spring forward. Yeah, and you know what else it could be too, man. I've been paying attention to the astrological movements here and there. Not hardcore or anything. I watch certain videos and stay, read certain things. And there's been certain events which Donut Factory again uh brought up. There's talks about the eclipse and sacrifices um and I'm gonna try and pull up Donut's channel. So unless someone shares it in the link, I mean in the chat, link in the chat. We're the hot links. Um Yeah, they were talking about the lunar eclipse. There was all different types of stuff he was touching on, which he usually does. Maverick approach also is they're friends. They were hanging out in Japan not too long ago. Big homie's been hanging out with that homie and the other one. But yeah, but they've been touching a lot of the stuff that we talk about here. And even like Big Homie's been mentioning some people. He's got some knowledge and has been through some stuff and it's cool to listen to him. He's been on quite a few platforms, but him and Maverick really are working on some things together. But yeah, he's mentioned some people, and they were talking about UFOs, ETs, and stuff, and some people in the field that I'm kind of about. They're kind of mainstreamers and stuff. So hopefully keeping my eye on things, and yeah, because you never know who runs with who, and you gotta be careful. Question everything. Like earlier, I was talking about on Jessica Jones channel. I mentioned something about Ron Moorhead, who I fully respect and you know love his work and everything. But yeah, there's been talks lately, and I'm sure before too, with all these Bigfoot videos and audio. There's always going to be the controversy. Even when you first hear something, you're going to ask yourself, is that real or not? And so those discussions, happen between certain groups, and sometimes things get heated, right? But yeah, no, no, no. So I've been questioning the Sierra sounds again, and so I mentioned that in the chat, and because I had also heard that in the intro of Sasquatch Chronicles, there's the one of my favorite 911 calls, Bigfoot 911 calls there, and it's out of Washington somewhere, and it's about the dog getting messed up and stuff, and yeah, it's a wild one. But I had heard on Duke's channel, and again, I'm going through this in case anyone didn't hear this last time I mentioned it. Um, they had Ron. He's been having Ron Moorhead on, and Ron's been doing the rounds, and he's got the book out. It's been out quite a bit, and I'd love to check it out. Haven't gotten any books lately, but what is it? The Quantum Bigfoot, is it? I think. Um, I'm sure it's good. And but yeah, no, there's certain questions that have come up for me about those sounds, and but yeah, anyway, so back to the 911 call. I thought I could swear I heard him mention on Duke's show, World Bigfoot Radio, that that was him that made that call, or somehow he was involved with that. And so I was like, oh wow, I had no idea. But I always, in the back of my head, I was like, dude, that kind of sounds like Ron Moorhead there when I would hear that, honestly. And yeah, who knows? Anyway, so I did throw that in the chat in case anyone else seen that and like, oh, Bigfoot dwarf said that, and I did. And then also someone asked me about Mike Patterson, Sasquatch Ontario's audio, which again, that's some audio that I'm questioning again, and I wonder. And someone else mentioned about, yeah, the final, what is it, the head, a Bigfoot head that he showed, and I didn't buy that, but whatever. I don't know. Very controversial channel there, and I followed it, and I still check out the videos and everything. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? He does have a. There is one picture also that we brought up during that chat with brother Steve Wolf, and much love to him. Uh, yeah, there's the 11-footer, the picture of the 11-footer that Mike Patterson has that uh I believe a woman took from inside of the kitchen or something like that. And I thought that one looks legit. And I actually uh had remixed that on YouTube, and he left the comment and stuff, so and he was all good with it and gave me, more information on that. And I know some of you out there are really close to him, and actually his one of his friends they've gotten some interesting activity together, and it's a lady, and she's gone low pro, and she, I think, is really connected with the whole vibe, and she finds a lot of structures and footprints, amazing tracks, just like a kaiju. Y'all know Kaiju Ninja in the chat be finding amazing tracks, and he's on top of it. He's one of those guys that I want to hit the field with because he just got that vibe about him. I could use several words to describe this, but I'm a little. We'll just say vibe for now. and that's what I sense here. You know, I don't know. I just something about that dude. I think Garrow's another one. I think if I were to go out in the woods with Garrow and start hearing stuff like that, maybe other stuff. Something about Garrow. Put in my notes. I got a list of guys that and gals that I want to hit the field with. And then there's the blacklist too. People to avoid out in the field. Anyone got a list like that? Yeah. Let's see. All right, keeping an eye on AXN. Just leaving that crash scene there. Anything wild pops on, we'll be streaming that live here. But yeah, I had several cams set up, and I think something, we've been doing the Catalina, the Fox cams, which they touched Catalina, Santa Monica Pier, what is it, Mount Wilson cam, and Ontario LAX airport. Been checking out the Big Bear Eagle cam. Anyone been keeping up with the Eagle cam? Uh, what else? The Condor cam up in Big Sur, California. Beautiful area there. And I do believe there's Bigfoots in that area. I gotten some strange stories from a friend, a childhood friend, who went up to Big Sur on his bike. I'll share this really quick. We've shared it before, and he knows I'm all into this stuff. And actually, his older sister's old boyfriend, who's a good friend of ours. I think he works for like the I don't know if it's like forestry now. And he told me he's been having a lot of UFO sightings here, and that's here locally, and that they're totally into Bigfoot. So I got to get a hold of him, have a talk. But yeah, my boy was uh at the time he drove motorcycle, and he was heading up to Big Sur. I've actually camped Big Sur before, but I wasn't into all this, and nothing strange happened that I could remember. But beautiful, beautiful spot. I'd love to go back. Strange missing persons cases out of Big Sur. And I remember mom telling me, giving me like this newspaper about Big Sur back in the day, and I was just like, Big Sur, like never heard of it. And but now I know. Um, yeah, he was driving the motorcycle up, and I would imagine it's PCH because it's right on the coast. And he said he was driving to a campground to meet up with other people, and that it was nighttime already, and that he noticed this creature somehow it jumped out into the road, and I forget how he described it. I'll have to uh talk to him again, get more details about it. And I try to, see if it was like some sort of Bigfoot. No, he says like something else, something completely different and very strange. But yeah, right up in that Big Sur area. And anyone got any strange things out of Big Sur, let us know, please. Yeah, man, right on. Yeah, dude, that's worrying me too. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta save. I need to save some money somehow. Make it up there. So you see, Kaiju Ninja already dropping a little behind the scenes heads up. What? Bluff Creek again? Yeah. Fingers crossed. And yeah, time's moving so fast. It's like, yeah, before you know it, it's going to be time to hit the road and get on up there. I hope to get back up in these mountains here before all that. And what's up, Jeff? Jeff snuck in here through the back door, didn't you, Jeff? Hopefully you got the weekend off. And then, so what are the other cams? There's a few other cams. Oh yeah, we've been pulling. So there's some Skid Row cams, which can get pretty gnarly. And then and I was thinking like, you know what? Uh it'd be cool to check out some cams because the other night on Mount Wilson, we got some weird light thing going on there. It was pretty strange, I thought. Not sure what it was, but and I was like, yeah, why don't we check out because we've been checking out Earth cams too. They got a bunch of cameras all over the place that you could tap into. And I figured tonight maybe we'd hang out and check out some of those cameras, but I think with all this talking, probably won't have too much time to do that. But we will pull up one site that I did find, and I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. This is right up our alley that we could do on certain nights, maybe that maybe towards the end of a talk or something, or in the middle of a talk, right at the beginning. Who knows? I don't know. But I was like, some national park cameras. And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. So you could do some like uh squatching from your home here. You could hit several states, see what's going on. And let's see here. I think I got it over here. And we're gonna get back into the donut factory really quick, but let's see. I'll just show you right quick because I can't find. Here we go. So National Park Service has cams here, and so this one's for Crater Lake, and there's some alerts there you could check out. But yeah, here's a camera, and I did take a quick peek, a quick peek. Yeah, earlier, and I couldn't see much. Let's see here. Yeah, it was pretty dark. And so, yeah, there's a whole bunch of other cameras you could check out. And if we could find the site and we could share it, let's see. And there's is that brother Steve Wolf. His ears must have been burning. We're just talking about the conversation we had earlier in Jessica's chat about the vocals from certain people, and we mentioned your name. Maybe were you already in here, Steve Wolf, or were your ears burning? Yeah, I don't know what happened to the site. Let's see. I'll take it slow here. There we go. So here's the National Park Service and all the, let's see, Old Faithful and Upper Geyser Basin live stream, Elk Elk Prairie, Prairie Creek Redwood State Park. Here's several others. Diablo East boat ramp there. Like several of those. Let's see. That's the feed now. So I don't know if it's just that it's dark out there or maybe it takes a second to load up, but I would imagine it'd be playing. but we'll be keeping an eye on these. So we'll be, squatching, looking for anomalies or other cryptids at these national park. And yeah, if anyone got any other suggestions of live cams that would be good for that, let me know. And we'll do that. We'll jump on here and do all that. I think that'll be fun. Boom. All right. Enough with the cameras. What else we got? So earlier we're talking about Donut Factory, and we will get it back into the factory here. Before that, I was actually, let's see, what were we doing? We were looking at some sites, and one of them was, y'all know DJ Qbert? So this is DJ Qbert here, and his YouTube is Thud Rumble. And I've been checking him out. I've been sharing some of his shorts, and they do, a lot of turntablism, a lot of scratching, cutting, and yeah, he's been world champion, and yeah, even at his house, he's from the Bay Area, and at his house, he has what they call the octagon, and it's a bunch of turntables, and I would imagine it's eight, maybe, right? Eight sets of two. But yeah, it's in the shape of an octagon. So when his DJ friends or whoever comes over, they could all, cut it up and do their thing right there. And yeah, he's been doing this for a long time. And I was like, man, I need to get some new scratch records, some new beat breaks and stuff. And so I was, I've been diving into his YouTube, and actually, when was it last? The year before the NAM show, the year before last, NAM. So they do a big. It's a like 2 day, 2 or 3 day. I think it's 2 day um thing here in Anaheim Convention Center, Orange County, California. And yeah, it's all the latest. They bring out all the latest gear for everything from podcasting to, instruments, you name it. Musicians go there, and it's just a big, big event. We actually get to go to those events because of my grandfather when he was around, because he was a musician. Yeah, he had that hookup to those events, and so he would take us, and we keep going now that he's passed on. It's one of those things that we keep going to, and yeah, we know he's present when we're there. One of those favorite things we like to go do, and yeah, we've uh had a lot of fun at those events. We missed this last one. Cold slept on it. Yeah, bummer. But if I'm still around this coming year when they have it again, I'll be sure to go. We did a live stream from there, and yeah, they have a whole section for DJs, which is awesome, and you can test things out. And they had, what do they call it? Guys have their sets. There's a word I'm looking for, but DJ Qbert was there. So we got to and Cubert's super cool cat, really down to earth, and is also very much into. If you catch some of his live streams on YouTube, we've gotten into Bigfoot and ETs. He's very much into that, and in his music too, and his what he does, you'll see a lot of ET references, and So, he's on it. He's another one of those guys. I'd go Bigfooty with Cubert. Yep. And so yeah, he mentioned also, I was like, man, I need to get some new gear. So on his site here, he mentioned that so you could, here you go. And that little fly, that little insect, that's a needle there. It's probably not a fly, it's probably some sort of other hard shell insect, I would imagine. But yeah, here vinyl, slip mats, clothing, digital. So he mentioned about the digital stuff, DVD, about Thud Rumble. You want to learn about Thud Rumble? Check him out. And yeah, he does like tutorials how to scratch. Yeah, and it's amazing the whole turntablism. Look at that turntable there. I still have the old MK2 techniques, which is the classic turntables for cutting and mixing, but that is something else. That looks like a UFO there. Hopefully one day we could get some of those. And I believe he might have see that one there, it looks almost like sometimes there's these portable turntables you could take with you that you could scratch with. Super cool. And they did have those at NAM. But anyway, getting into the digital stuff, he was like, yeah, if you go onto my digital on my website, there's a bunch of stuff there that you could download, beat breaks, scratch sounds. So the scratch records come with all types of different sounds. There's like one that's all farts. Like I remember, there's a bunch of different fart sounds, and those you could scratch and make other fart sounds with it. Or it'll be a bunch of pick whatever type of sounds, bird sounds or different types of sounds that you could scratch. So these records are made for scratching, and then they'll have little beat breaks that you could use to do tricks, juggling, uh, beat juggling, which is one of my favorite types of tricks that you could do with the turntables. And I'm not super good at it. I need a lot of practice with that. That's if you could beat juggle, you're probably a master of your craft. Speaking of masters and crafts, yeah, it's interesting that the turntable spins at 33 and a third RPMs, unless you put it onto 45 RPMs, right? But there's that 33. I find that interesting. But anyway, so look at that, all these different Qbert sounds, and then so he mentioned a lot of them you could just download. So you see zero, so that's basically free. Some are $1, 99 cents, and I'm sure each one of these is a bunch of sounds, or at least several. This here, bunch of other stuff, very cool stuff. So I was going through, I was like, cool. So I'll be able to I need to take some time and download some of this. And as you can see, they get real creative with the art and the shorts, the short videos on the YouTube. You'll see a lot of them. The DJs. They're showing you how to do different scratches, and they're all dressed in different costumes. Super super creative. And Cubert's always been like that. He's also part of a big crew called the Invisible Scratch Pickles. Shout out to them. But look, so I was going through this. I'm like, sweet, gonna stock up here with some new gear. And earlier today, I actually missed the show, but I'll rewatch it. Garrel and Chiro Sounds Midwest Night Watchers had a show with Brian Minnick, the homie Brian Minnick. I caught his video that he just posted too. Awesome video. They got into some graffiti, which you know we've been talking about. Brian and I have been sharing some stuff. He actually drew some things for me, and it was super cool that they included that in his video. Maybe someone could share his channel in the chat. He's also on Instagram. Montauk is, let's do this right. Montauk is strange. Yeah, it is.
Montauk is strange.
And as you can see here, they got the look at that Montauk Project breaks. So beat breaks. It's probably got a few things you could scratch in there too. Fake alien invasion breaks. Yeah.
Fake alien invasion breaks.
And then down here you got Tell You Vision breaks. Smart Dust. Let's see. Censored. Intel breaks. Spiritual War breaks. What kind of breaks you need? Palmdemic breaks, perhaps? Nanoparticle. Look at that. Got the sky farters there on the. God. You see, I'm telling you, DJ Cubert's on it, y'all. And hopefully y'all can see. Can y'all see that? Uh-oh. Skunks on the live cam. Watch out. I got skunks here for another reason. Skunky here. Oh, all right. I'm glad I didn't miss the show. You see that, girl? Woo. Yeah, I wasn't gonna lie and be like, "Oh yeah, great show today." No, I was like, "Dang it, I missed it," and I know I shared it, but I'm glad I. So yeah, Brian did post a video today, so y'all check that out. We'll go ahead and share that also in the posts. Whoa, big old boom outside right now. Most likely firework, or maybe someone blew a tire on the freeway there, 10 freeway. But were y'all able to see the different breaks we were just showing here? In case you didn't, we'll scroll up a little bit. There's the Montauk Project breaks there, fake alien invasion breaks. So we'll be getting those for sure. And check this out. It's not over yet, folks. Hang on here. Give me a minute. Got the spiritual war breaks. Black the Black Knight satellite breaks. Clone Dragon breaks. Blake's blah blah blah. Let's see. Project Bluebeam breaks. 20 and back breaks. Oh my God, you're killing me now. And now look at that. Right under there. Yes.
Tartaria breaks.
Heartbreaks. Yeah, this is going to be good, folks. We're going to be cutting and scratching this stuff. Ormus breaks. Ancient tree stump breaks. They got Devil's Tower there. All right. So shout out to Cubert, Scratch Pickles, and yeah, again his YouTube Thud Rumble. Y'all peep it out. Go give Q a follow. Boom. Yeah, that's what's going on with that. So really diving into immersing myself in the music again now. And so stay tuned. I've been practicing my scratching a whole lot. It seems like sometimes it's like when you stop doing something for a while and you come back and do it, you're actually a little bit better then when you're doing it every day, every day, every day, and trying to get better, and it just doesn't seem like it's happening. And yeah, it's been a long time for me. So yeah, I'm glad to still have it, and we'll be showing it a lot more. Yeah, so they had a breakdancing event this weekend again at the asylum, y'all. People pop locking, breakdancing, DJs, and yeah, glad to see that happening there. So talking about all those breaks and all those different topics, a lot of them we talk about here, and we're mentioning Donut Factory as we get sirens in the background there. Um, Donut Factory, yeah, brought up several things on his live, and one of them was, and again, you got to look at it with these eyes, because at face value, a lot of these things will just go over the coco. And uh and then so one of the things he mentioned was about the animal situation, the sea life. We're talking about it because our boy, Sovereign Cosmic Wildman, salute, surprised Wildman hasn't slid in here. He might be lurking, but Wildman showed a because he does a lot of beach squatching, beach footing, shares a lot of structures that he finds, and it's not too far from here. It's actually a little north of here, and it doesn't surprise me that that's happening there. So I think he's onto something in his area. But yeah, he recently shared a dolphin that washed up on the beach and was not alive. And yeah, it's just a bummer to see that. And they've been talking about this algae, these algae blooms that have been affecting the SoCal area. I don't know how far down it's going or how far up north, but it's been on the news quite a bit. And so Dona brought it up because they were mentioning it. He said that the articles that were talking about it were talking about uh, these demonic, they were calling them demonic seals, which say that a few times. But yeah, they were saying, because I had heard like the algae was making the a lot of the wildlife sick, a lot of the wildlife sick, and had them acting weird, irritated, and stuff like that. So they were telling people to stay away from them because they maybe could attack. Um, and what's up, Raphael? Good to see you, bro. And so, yeah, it is happening. I do believe something's happening out there. Makes you wonder what may be causing that. They did mention about nutrient runoff. Could it be that the more people are growing out here now? Because we had that issue up north, and they said that, yeah, a lot of the nutrients were running off the hills and into the rivers, and yeah, we had the algae bloom. They still have the algae bloom issues up that way, and or could it be other types of farmers? I was referring to ganja there. Yeah. So, but anyway, I was like, man, I gotta check this out for myself. Like, are they really, you know, saying demonic seals? And here we go. Let's see. So I looked it up, and you can see LA Times there. It says feral, almost demonic surge in poisoned sea lions threatens SoCal. And it goes on and on there. But even right above that, when I looked it up, look what popped up here: demonic seals, California. Huh. And what else we got here? Let's see. So I didn't even click on the LA Times because usually when you do, they put their little block up. But let's see how long this goes for. There it is. Gotta subscribe to them. Or Maybe just X that out for a bit. I guess usually it stays up. And it says also, I'm gonna jump to the second paragraph here. It says a surfer reported an attack by a sea lion that was feral, almost demonic, as he was on his board off Ventura County on Friday. RJ La Mendola said the animal bit him as he surfed off Oxnard, shaking its head and dragging him off his surfboard. He said on Facebook that as he paddled away, terrified, the sea lion continued to stalk him. And so Donut brought this up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, trippy." But he was saying like, that it was almost like it was a reference, like code word. So like, yeah, this is happening, but also code word for maybe a certain group of people, meaning the other term, demonic seals. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I see that." So interesting, and he was bringing up other stuff, and it reminded me, and I don't know if he touched on it. I watched the whole live stream, and I didn't see that he touched on this other thing that also came up. We talked about Elon supposedly wanting to patent what is it, telekinesis and telepathy. Um, and then today, I'm not sure if anyone heard the latest Elon news, but there's Fast Hemi pulling up. Appreciate that, Fast Hemi. You get yourself some rest there. Was this article? I seen this. It was today, or this one's yesterday. I've been hearing about it today, but yeah, again, looking at it with those eyes, I just finished watching Donut Factory, and I was like, yeah, let me look up whole Elon thing. And it says Elon Musk says XAI has acquired X in deal that values social media site at 33. And I was like, oh yeah, there's that 33. And then what else are they saying here? And there's Elon giving you the old winky. And you know what? I forgot to touch on something going back to the demonic seals that I seen on let's see, we'll pull that up really quick. The name of the algae. Um let's take a look here. Scroll down right here. All right. So 5 days ago, so I don't know how to pronounce this exactly, but domoic acid poisoning. And we're talking about demonic, they're mentioning demonic seals being poisoned by domoic. Almost sounds like demonic, even. And we play with words like that. So I thought I'd mention that. That one popped at me too. Um, and so yeah, going into this stuff, I would look at things. A lot of times I look at things like that, and I just haven't really gone down the rabbit hole with these guys, like Donut and Maverick, and who's the other one? Juan on Juan. Yeah. Juan on Juan podcast, like Juan, the name Juan. And these guys going hard, but getting a lot of information out there, a lot of stuff that we've touched on before. I've gotten into. It's good to hear these guys at it, but there was one channel before, and this is way back, that I used to get into back in the day, that would do this stuff. And from there, I kind of fell off. There's other, YouTube channels, other platforms that had guys, but they just weren't hitting like these dudes. are. I feel like these guys are kind of like this new generation of guys doing this. And let's see, where am I at? There's there was two channels at the time, and this is when I was really first getting into YouTube, and these guys have pretty much disappeared. Like I have no idea what happened to them. Uh and one went by the name of Soundless Don. And last I heard, they were pumping out videos, him and his friend, and they both had very similar styles. They would actually like appear on each other's videos. They would make videos together even, and they would do their solo stuff. But yeah, really get into like movies, media, the occult, and all that. And so briefly, Soundless Dawn's channel is completely gone. I can't find it anymore. But luckily, this guy Frank Zero had saved one of his videos, and actually, this one's a really good one if you're into this type of stuff. And this one's Soundless Dawn, Tarot, Octagon Symbolism, Fear and Loathing, Hunter S. Thompson, 9/11, The Fountain, Tree of Life. And yeah, luckily I'm still able to find this, so we could check a little bit of this out so you can see some of the stuff and hear some of the stuff that they were producing way back then. And if you check it out down here, look, this one's, yeah, 15 years ago. So yeah, I remember checking all this type of stuff out back then, and just getting into it, learning certain things. And yeah, here we are, still at it, still things happening. And I think, yeah, it's important to learn some of this stuff, but you got to be careful also that you don't, because you got to be able to again, learn this stuff. But if you go too far down these holes, there's the possibility of getting caught up. So you got to balance it for sure too. So let's peep this out.
I thought it would be fitting for my 7th video upload, as well as the upcoming date, July 7th, 2007, or 777, to talk a little bit about the concept behind this number.
And I'm glad he touched on the Fear and Loathing. We did the other night on a stream. It had to do, I think it was like the whole the egg crisis and all that.
And how symbols of an ancient era now apply to materialistic concepts of today. Let us begin with Sin City herself, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh yeah. I do enjoy Vegas. I don't, I know that it's not the greatest place, but I have been out there quite a few times and have had a good time out there. And but I know, yeah, a lot of people go out there and you know don't have a good time.
As we see Scrooge McDuck diving into his money bin, it's not hard for one to identify quite well with the concept of greed and materialism. In this world, money talks, and it can buy you sex, fine wine, power, and the freedom to live lavishly in any medium you so desire. The only problem is a very small majority of us get to be filthy rich, sans lottery winners and trust fund babies.
Hmm.
So there lies in another way for the Illuminati to take advantage of the situation. The Luxor is among the most recognizable hotels in the world because of its design. The main portion of the hotel is a 350.
Yeah, the Black Pyramid. Anyone been inside the Luxor?
Foot high, 30.
They say it's super haunted, right? If I'm not mistaken, that I heard not too long ago about how haunted the Luxor is, I believe.
Story pyramid of black glass. The hotel is marked by a large obelisk with the name of the property in lighted letters, while tourists and guests gather underneath in a massive recreation of the Great Sphinx of Giza. The tip of the pyramid contains a fixed position spotlight that points directly upward and is the brightest beam in the world. This is a major ritualistic landmark and draws energy as well as currency from its guests. A mirage is a naturally occurring optical phenomenon in which light rays are bent to produce a displaced image of distant objects or the sky. In this case, the Illuminati are distorting
The old mirage.
your hopes of making a quick million by aesthetically trumping you with their apocalyptic lake of fire and easy access slot machines.
Was that the doors of perception?
The Venetian Hotel is architecturally Vatican-inspired. With its Roman gondola reincarnation and elaborate Michelangelan ceiling art pieces, it is a money-draining enigma tied in fancy wrapping. The golden sphere of interlocking circles in the lobby of the Venetian looks strangely like the device Jodie Foster used to travel through the cosmos via a wormhole in the movie Contact. At a base level, it represents atomic structure and is designed to gather even more electromagnetic.
Anyone remember Contact? Yeah, trippy flick there.
Or orgone energy from passers-by via the usage of sacred geometry. The geometric figures like the seven-pointed star can be inscribed or conjured within the circle, much like a magician stays within a circle to protect himself from the consequences of casting. Here's an 8-pointed star with an interesting backstory.
So, yeah, you see, they get into stuff like that, and then they throw in movie references and a bunch of other stuff. Super cool. Peep that out if you get a chance. There's Lavera Lucchini. How lucky are we? Oh, yeah. You got to check it out at least, right? Doesn't mean you got to get into any trouble. And whatever happens there will stay there, Lavera. Much love to you. Threw up a chocolate heart there. And yeah, so it's, diving into some of the occult stuff there today. That I'd share that with you all there. And if anyone finds any more of Soundless Don's videos out there, might want to save them and share them with your boy over here. Let's see. I'm going to check on AXN here really quick. Let's go see what he's up to. Looks like he's in some tunnels somewhere in Los Angeles here before we head on out. Here we go.
In the 10. You should have outlined it with a bright color.
Investigation, call that came in at Kaiser Harbor City Emergency Department. Can I put it to you? Can I put it in your stack?
The tunnels are completely bombed. Look at that. Surprised no one's in there paying. That's
also, I showed this last time, but I like these little tanks right here.
All units go 4710 West 53rd Street, suspect QA.
Gosh.
They look from like the 80s Nintendo video game.
Totally 73, Roger.
Yeah, we made the chat. That's my fault, bro. I usually do that.
Cancel from the Cultus Trail, 314 Fresh Runway, wrong suspect.
And I mentioned we're just gonna hang out. I did give permission to not be chat.
Where you guys at now?
That big old heart.
We're
talking about
shotgun here.
On Montauk Springs.
Because I don't think there is. Might be.
More graph action.
To Franklin and West.
And AXN News here. He's live.
Two only. Looks like it's just a
390
man.
6845, 6845, Denver is your response to code 2.
Right on. OGG. Cheers. It's fun hanging out with you.
45 at a
Sounds
location
like
for 2053
ODG.
is 420
I
South
think
Dane Entrance.
we're gonna be on with Andy
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna mute it for my cough. Sorry.
He keeps
Let's check
mentioning
out the other
Monday.
side.
There's been a couple Mondays that have gone by already, which is all good. I don't mind. I was just ready to rock whenever he was, but he's pushed it back to this Monday, I believe. And if not, then we'll keep pushing it back to whenever he wants. We were just recently on his show, which is super cool, and I'm honored and excited to have the invite again. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. So yeah, gonna be busy later today. So you might not hear from me.
What size?
But we will be at the shop.
Text you and 60,000 as well. Both are out of LAPD where landline to come from. And you're going to have to
We'll
give 2 grams.
154
live
and yes, for
stream
2869.
the DJ set. We'll be doing bring out
From
everyone
Lincoln
on
and
with that.
Venice. Vehicle taken was a black Ford
Anyway, there's
F-150
Richard.
license 0472 King 2, 0472 King
What's wrong
2.
with what time,
Vehicle was
Richard?
last seen southbound on Lincoln. It's for information only.
Control
Incident
the volume,
267.
710 approaching Long Beach, number 3 lane. Speed at about
It says 256 for a premise hazard. No apartment was given.
Volume is low there. Yeah, 'cause maybe I had this up. But anyway, I wasn't saying nothing too
This is
important.
one of my favorite little characters in here. Little
All right,
Cholo
y'all.
Lego.
Y'all go get some rest.
They should add this to the
And
Lego set.
yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Stay tuned. Much love to everyone. We're going to head on out.